Alright, the 2017-07-01 LibreCAD User Extensive Manual. Introduction. Documents. Purpose of the credit. The document was produced for the using initial work of the Bob Woltz Quick Start Guide with the LibreCAD with the Allison Cure, January 2014. It was beneficial to download. Refer to the section of the name LibreCAD reference for further information. The additions and amendments here are not the work of any one of the program experiences. I have little LibreCAD experience, and the document may have many errors. Has been made with a wholehearted effort to produce a workable desktop reference for those with the LibreCAD experience are trying to learn how to use it like I am. At times, description clarification has been added with notes they may not be strictly necessary, but we have the hope as an aid to assist where English language is not first language. I believe first document show the need with the meaning with the hope of the other can point out the errors, refinements of the necessary for the further amendments can produce more work and also be going to elaborating, checking, and becoming the law of diminishing returns. So it is, but imperfect illustrations are minimal because you will have the screen in front of you with a constant reference. The document is big enough to print out, and this document is big enough to print out as it is. Much of the material is based on the LibreCAD forum, thanks to many of the person who took the time for the ask for assistance. Searching through the mass of the document, I found many of the points featured I was unaware. I will be surprised if many users of LibreCAD do not experience the same feeling. Thanks to all who spent time and effort to put the LibreCAD program together, continuing to support the document. Its content is made available to Creative Commons attribution share alike. If the document is named above the year of the month and date with the format is also started with the file name shown over the top of the screen. This whole document of the date order with LibreCAD full of the permits of the amendment of the later date to be easily found. The document was formulated with Apache OpenOffice version 4.1.3/2006. It could be saved in Microsoft Word 97 to 2000 XP, but perhaps in some of the loose formatting. Alternatively, convert the PDF, although it may not be desirable. Alright, 1.2, description Apache OpenOffice function to be taken with the number of the page of the document, positioning with the cursor over the page of the number of the content section, the keyboard section, control left mouse. When the cursor changes hand symbol while you're pointing on the desired page number, the document will open to the required page number of this document. Navigate around the document, press the F5 key, generally with the top row of the keyboard or a small compass icon. Alongside of the binoculars icon with the toolbar under the menu with the small windows open, the window can be moved with the drag on little used part of the screen with the future use. Repeat F5 key command to remove active window from the view. In a small window with a double left mouse click headings, the content section of the document will go to the location any other section with a double click on. Your scroll, find it in the location one can scroll down. You the scroll bars of the auxiliary window. You can find the section you are after with a double click in the section heading. Alright, to find a word in the document, click on the binoculars icon tool icons below the menu bar with the tooltip. Find with the replace of, so let's just hit the F5 key. Alright, to find a word in the document, click on, to find a word in the document, click with the binoculars icon below, find and replace Control F at the top of the word search pane, click on the find radio button. All small windows asking them to basically do not want to click on yes button with the find and replace window opens never ending time, press find button. It will open the next usage of the document. For example, we'll want to find about trim, type of the word trim. Word in the search area, find and replace windows that open up with a click with the binoculars icon. Remember, in Apache OpenOffice, continue press find to progressively work through the document so you can read information other ways. Consider the headings mentioned in the paragraph. Be careful using the scroll bars to move through the document inside of the manual may cause the program to crash, preferably with a wheel mouse auxiliary screen as noted above. To learn how to modify more document, refer to the How to Modify Liberal User CAD. Your content section, introduction, document purpose of credits, 1.2, description, Apache OpenOffice, functions, content section, revision list, LibreCAD reference, of the reference, overview to LibreCAD, and then 1.1, program features, how to start the program, initial settings, terminology, 1.5, initial drawing method, 1.6, abbreviation, even these notes, 1.7, the mouse settings, 1.8, application screen, description, menu bar, description, toolbars, first row, second row, pen selection toolbar, exclusive snap mode toolbar, X and snap free grid, snap free, snap grid, snap on endpoint, snap on entity, snap on center, snap on middle, snap on distance, snap on intersections, restrict nothing, restrict or restrict orthogonal, restrict the horizontal, restrict vertical, set relative 0, lock relative 0, use snap, use grids, toolbar configuration, optional toolbar, starting to draw, sketch, set up objects outline with a construction, using construction lines, outlines, saving drawings, command line, use angles, command line, command with a short form list of preference, using the command line summary, the precautions when using command line, command list functionality, shortcuts, hotkeys, changing programs, and drawing settings, application settings, appearance tab, path tab, defaults tab, current drawing settings, paper size, format, units, grid, dimensions, splines, save the drawings as your initial template. To make your own toolbar, preliminary tool use, coordinates, LibreCAD coordination panels, absolute Cartesian coordinates, relative to Cartesian coordinates, absolute polar coordinates, relative to polar coordinates, using coordinates to restrict within the area of the border, drawing entities, copy the entity to do another layer, lines, construction lines, drawing orthogonal lines from a point, drawing offset line, other entity, drawing offset line, drawing with the offset of the line of the entity, drawing offset a line, other entity, drawing parallel lines, line width and line weight, line width and with polygon lines, line type scale, white space, modifying properties, layer types, benefit, disadvantages, by layer, default, by block, custom colors, standard color, recommended. Selecting colors for color printing, color, line, weight, light types, chapters, colors selectively identifying weight, modifying line attributes, menu bar file options, edit view, menu bar plugins, aligning, read Apache software, ASE 2 points, ESR shapefile, listing and either replace PIC file, same properties, paintbrush, menu bar, tools, draw, section, line 2 points, line angle, line horizontal, line vertical, line rectangular, line parallel through the point, line parallel, line bisector, line tangent, point, century, line tangent, century, line tangent, orthogonal, line orthogonal, line relative angle, line polygon, century corner, line polygon, corner, line divided, refer to modified, circle point, circle 2 point, circle 2 point radius, circle 3 point, circle radius, circle tangent 2 circles 1 point, circle tangent 2 circle points, circle tangent 2 circles 1 point, 2 circle tangent 2 points, circle tangent 2 circles radius, circle tangent 3 circles, curve point angle, curve point angles, curve 3 point, curve arc tangential, curve spline through points, curve ellipse arc, curve 3 hand line, ellipse axis, ellipse focal point, ellipse 4 point, ellipse center, ellipse and 3 point, ellipse inscribe, polyline, polyline, add note, poly appended note, poly deleted note, poly appended node, poly deleted node, poly deleted between the two nodes, polyline trim segments, polyline creating equidistant polylines, poly creating a polyline with existing sediments, selecting selection pointer, deselect, select all, select entity, deselect contour, select window, deselect window, select intersected entities, select intersected entities, deselected layer, invert selection, copy and paste, move entity from one layer to another. Dimensional align, dimensional linear, dimensional horizontal, dimension vertical, dimensional radial, dimensional diametric, dimension angular, dimension leader, modify, dimension leader text, modify order, modify move, copy, modify, rotate, modify scale, modify mirror, modify move and rotate, modify rotate to, modify revert direction, modify trim, modify length, 2 lines, modify offset, modify bevel, modify fillet with trim option, modified and divide, modified stretch, shorten, modified properties, modified attributes, modified exposed text and letters, modified exploded, modified deleted, selected, paintbrush and other tools, dimension, Alright, dimension style, change the dimension size, change in suit, print, scale, align, dimension, linear dimension, horizontal dimension, dimension, location, info distance, point to point, info distance, and to point, info angle between two lines, info total length of selected entities, info polygon area, text, fonts, text height, line weight, M text, signal line, text size, text location, modified text, spell, hatch, checking, text, hatch, points, drawing a point, zooming, redrawing a screen, zooming using a mouse and wheel, zooming keyboard shortcuts, zooming in selected areas of the drawing, zooming in the display entire drawing, zoom to previous window, zoom on plan, auto zoom, zooming around cursor point and position the keyboard, planning, zoom with planning using mouse wheel, zoom panning using mouse wheel, panning around panning around cursor position keyboard, delete, erase, edit commands, delete and erase and kill, undo and redo, regeneration, calculator, operators, functions, trigonomic functions, block part, libraries, introduction, read first, layer 0, block part, directory separator, location, what is changed and unchanged, properties of the block part, and these block insertion, location, block part tools, function of block part tools, creating block part, naming a block part, creating a block from existing entities from scratch, reusing block parts exploded, deleting block parts, sketching, tracing, drawing symbols, layers, construction layers, creating a layer, layers name, convention, changing objects, layers, location layer, tools, description layer, setting boxes, adjusting layer, setting boxes, description layer, window, resolve layer, window, alphabetical order layers. Alright, hatch making hatch patterns, splines, creating your own templates, default template inclusions, widget, moving and resizing widget dock areas, custom widget toolbar creator, to edit existing toolbars, delete existing toolbars, to create a new toolbar, menu created to exit, to edit an existing menu, to do assign a menu, to remove the assignment, to delete the existing menu, printing, plotting, print preview, command use, print command, limitations, printing, position, center, and scale with printing as a PDF, printing challenges, import drawings or images, DWG to DX file format, import image scale, bitmap or PNG, import object of drawn on graph paper, import map to measure area, export drawings or image difficulties, PDF, troubleshooting to print screen, and inserting illustration documentation, video downloading and video viewing, scanning, spell check, dictionary, Adobe Reader, saving items from the web as PDF files, knitting patterns, how to modify LibreCAD user manual, revision list. 2017 document was initially based on the following document. Author first was Bob Waltz. 2012 licensed Creative Commons attributed share alike and numerous revisions. Latest of the beginning 5th of June 2014. Location 5 Wiki LibreCAD org index PHP libcad /user/manual. This document is formally renamed by Nigel Vincent. Your LibreCAD references, and it shows the sites and comments for LibreCAD. Other referencing tips.com overview to LibreCAD version 2.13 screen appearance may be different and give the different version compiler version complied September 23rd, 2016. When you open the program, the last title word with the right-hand side, help click with the word open option about. Click with this word, you will be able to compare your program with one that is used to comply with this manual. The older and newer likely differences, please take into consideration. Check with the content of the document to get overview of the areas of interest wherever they are in this document. The document is designed to print it out on desk reference if it is modified with the correct errors and enlarge and experience growth. Recommended with your pencil. It is recommended that you pencil in changes, rub out obsolete information, so you have record of what you have changed. Alright, your program features are your LibreCAD WIC, save options, DXF, XCFX, LFF, imported DWG, JW, SHPPIC, exports, SVG, PDF, ICO, JPEG, PIN, PNG, DDS, TIF, BM, and others. Tool categories: line, polyline, spline, circle, expert, ellipse, text, dimension, drawing advanced snap system, block, hatches, layers, templates, 2D, ISO, ortho, UI, custom, toolbars, menu, movable widgets, command, full screen extension, plugin, system, SysL sheets, open source. And that can be retrieved at Wiki LibreCAD Index. This page last modified 25th of February 2017 at 2:52. Alright, how to start the program. Use the File Explorer program files 86 LibreCAD execute. Right click and pin it to the taskbar. The main idea appears on the screen with a graphic user interface. Depending on the preferred operating system screen, appearance may differ as shown in this manual. Initial settings: set your default on units to save time. When you download a program, click open and you run it to the open screen box. Open in the black and apple green font reading LibreCAD. Welcome to LibreCAD. Please choose the unit where you want your new drawings in preferred language. You can change these settings option dialog LibreCAD. And your default units: foot English, foot. Millimeter. Set your choice to you can set your choices to millimeter, English, or whatever command language or GUI language. Alright, terminology: line circuits, etc. are called etnies. Etnies are all connected with a snap that fixes the etnie to a position on any other etnie or on the grid section. Such fixed point grid intersection. Such a fixed point grid intersection is fixed with a call with the will in space with what called X, Y, and Z coordinates. The coordinates can plus or minus minimum number of the increase the central point. Opening menu toolbar, tools, open selection menu. Then often you have flyouts and attached toolbar with the additional buttons. The presence of the flyout is indicated with a right arrow symbol to the right of the toolbar name. Move your cursor in the direction indicated with the flyout, as will appear on the screen. Your initial drawing method. Drawing on LibreCAD can be done in two ways: drawing with a mouse clicking, drawing with a keyboard. When drawing with the mouse, you can click on the icons menu toolbar, select the tool from flyout, and check for the left buttons over the drawing area. Refer to subsection mouse settings. Undo the last action done by pressing the right mouse button. So undo is the right mouse button with the completes of the command. Then press the undo button first, or then press the undo first row icon, second row from the left. Second icon from the left with the right mouse button. As well, the escape button can only be used to end the draw procedure. The escape button on the keyboard is generally located with the top left-hand corner of the keyboard. To zoom, you can spin the wheel mouse away from you to in and towards out the in and towards you to zoom out. To pan without zooming, press the wheel down, wheel spinning, move the mouse in the direction you want to see. These steps to draw with your keyboard is the same steps drawing with the mouse. The difference is you have to type the command instructions to the command line. Use the command line in the description elsewhere. If you don't know what to do next when drawing, you want to look over the comment of the command line. Check for the changes that indicate further is required with the tool option bar. The tool option bar is located just above the drawing area. The tool option bar drawing area are described below under the application screen description. When I click a line, any object is now selected. When I click on a line, an object is not selected, or any object is not selected, then please try the selection pointer found in the main menu bar. Edit selection pointer first on flyout. Pick out entity on window multiple objects. Alright, abbreviations used in this note in these notes. BTM is bottom, left hand side is LHS, top left hand side TLHS, right hand side RHS, top right hand is TRHS hand side. Throughout this manual, please read the paragraph first. Please read the paragraphs first before working through the action the paragraph describes. Alright, your mouse. The mouse can have two or more buttons. Left mouse button, you the command with the toolbars button with the pick of the point with the drawing, sometimes called the pick button. So your left button is pick button, right is undo. Right button usually on the shortcut button completes the command. A wheel mouse between the two buttons set within your finger forward towards the screen. Rotate with the wheels, zoom and draw. When the wheel finger rotates away from the screen, zoom out with the draw. Note that zooming in and zooming out with the cursor in direction of the object, which will keep the near center of the, or if out of the point, zoom in and out of the pointing direction of the object will be kept in the center of the screen as you move the zoom and zoom out. A wheel mouse button held down gives you the option of panning. Moving, drawing around the cursor, it turns into a hand symbol. Objects out of view can be brought into sight. Application screen description. There, detailed information refer to Wiki, Libre.org, Index, LibreCAD, Quick Start, Index, LibreCAD screen. A bud drawing area. Go ahead and ready start up with LibreCAD. Double click the light green circle that is the symbol of the program. You're likely to find this icon on the start page or your taskbar at the top of your computer screen with the following description. Describe each of the row icons working on the top of the screen. When the program opens the top of the screen with the title bar with the drawing title will be shown, and when you save the drawing as noted below, then this is application on the right hand side of the screen. On the top application of the LibreCAD Minimus button, application Maximus button, application close button, drawing close button at red X. Title bar, opening program initially with the LibreCAD unnamed document. It's the first document 1, 2, etc. The description will change with the title name of the drawing when you input the saving of the drawing. Refer to saving icon below for the further information. Main menus and tools. The main menu is the very top of the window. Program application for the main menu that you can verify. You can reach every command, but there is a faster way to doing the job, such for the command line and toolbars. Menu bars below the title bar. There are a number of words making up the menu bar that can click on the pull down menus. Don't select anything from the menus yet. We'll examine some of the selections as you work through this menu. On the right hand side of the menu bar with the drawing minimus button, drawing maximus button, drawing close button. We're shown the menu bar with a duplicate of the various tools. For instance, the line toolbar on the left hand screen. This may not show that on your screen according to the settings of this stage. Main tools, top toolbars. If you right click on the icons, toolbar selection menu will appear. You can select the toolbars to show. If you locate with the cursor over the broken horizontal line at the top of the selection, you can obtain the copy of the related toolbar. This floating toolbar can be moved with the conveniency position of the screen. Pen selection style toolbar, changing the entity with the quantity of the electrically with the mode of the menu bar with the left-hand screen with the reading line, color, line width, and line type. Snap selection toolbar is on the same row of the pen selection toolbar. Tool option bars is tools located in the second below of the menu bar. Please note that the information changes accordingly to the commands that you input at the times that may be information shown with the here may be identified with the program. Continue with the response with the command line. Properties window will apparent on the drawing areas needed as mentioned as you may wonder where it is. Note, icons below the words of the menu bar. Put on your cursor each of the icon. Move your mouse. With clicking the mouse in the computer program, you show the description of the screen with the icon done. The descriptions are called tool tips. Drawing area, model space, auxiliary window. Drawing area is majority of the screen with the auxiliary window generally with the right hand side. The auxiliary window originally in some CAD programs or another ancillary computer screen. The drawing area, the user coordinates system icon, which my computer is simple red. Colored cross is located at 000 in shorthand, describing the location as X0, Y0, and then 3D drawings and 3D drawings 0 or Z0. The using coordinate have the difference appearance that you can change with the appearance of the menu bar options, application preference, and the appearance tab. Crosshairs take place on the cursor with the many functions. This plus the pick box can also different appearance of the side of the other options found above with the location. I recommend the option wherever they cover the side of the drawing area. Now let's consider the auxiliary window. Note the command line at the bottom left hand side of the screen, bottom right hand side of the screen. If the auxiliary window is not visible anywhere, go to the bottom left-hand side of the screen with the cursor right mouse click. Assuming the 3-button mouse, refer to the mouse settings section, small window, opening readings, the toolbars, dock widgets, and status bar. And dock widgets fly out. See with the second top of the command line. Ensure with the tick. The command line will now appear with Alright, the command line will now appear with the library browser block list layer list. If these are ticked as well on the right hand side of the drawing area, you can toggle between 4 areas pressing radio buttons with your cursor. The command line is at the top of the command input below. When the command line input blue colored, it is waiting for the command input. Using the command line input, consider the command line section of this manual. Sometimes LibreCAD waits for special units. Sometimes LibreCAD waits for special input so get back to the habit of checking that the program wants to input for you has written with the request that the direction comma stands for command line. On the right hand side of the LibreCAD drawing window, you will notice the area of the creating layers and blocks, whichever is ticked in the docket widget flyout. Your scroll bar. Finally, at the bottom of the drawing area at the right hand side of the scroll bars, they can be used and navigated around the drawing area. These work similar to the text program slider. I think you'll find a wheel mouse superior, more intuitive than scroll bars. These can be either ticked or removed and ticked. Also at the menu bar options, application preference, appearance tab. Below the drawing window, introduction, status bar. The turn of the area bottom of the screen provides information with the current status of the drawing. For example, information grid settings. I leave this on. Command line is the bottom right hand side of the screen that is not visible. To go to the bottom left hand side of the screen under the scroll bar location, and your cursor will now turn into a 4-pointed arrow across right mouse click. Assume that you have 3 mouse buttons. Refer to the mouse settings section. A small window opens reading Toolbars docket status bar shown ticked. If the status bar is not ticked, this will be hitting the tick item. If you are not in command by pressing keyboard escape twice, then check again to see if your 4-pointed arrow cross appears. The control I is mentioned on the small window alongside of the word status bar. I could not find any reference to the command as it's an open layer settings window. Alright, in the docket widgets that fly out, we'll see the second over the top of the list of the command line. Sure of the tick of the command line will now appear the library browser block list layer list on the right hand side of the drawing area. Depending on the following description, you can toggle between 4 areas pressing the radio buttons with your cursor. Command line on the top of the command input below. When the command line is blue colored, it is waiting for command prompt. Alright, and then you have your below the drawing window descriptions. 4 toolbars are described at first as they are available in the menu bar. Tools or tooltip as follows. First toolbar, Control C plus C. Control 3-point arc spline through points. Polyline, add node, append node, delete between 2 nodes, trim segments. Create equidistant polylines, create polyline segments. Third, align dimension, linear, horizontal, vertical, radial, diametrical, angular, dimension leader. Fourth, toolbar, move, create, copy, rotate, scale, mirror, move, rotate, revert, direction, trim. 2, length of offset, bevel, fill, fillet, divide, sketch, properties, attributes, explode text into letters, and explode H, and deleted selection X. Alright, 2 lessons, 2 lesson stickers can reveal the H hidden tools on the toolbar. On the extreme right hand of the toolbar is a symbol of the double two less than symbols give the various placement option for your toolbars. The option may include more than one highlighted left, right, top, bottom, floating. Tool plane not fixed and location can be dragged as desired. Absolute 0 position of the cursor is unit coordinate system 0, 0. Relieve position cursor, absolute position. To relative position of the cursor, absolute position 0, 0. Command line information, mouse widget tool hint from the left, right, house, button, status. Show the status function on the left, mouse right button, selection number of the item selected, total length of the item selected, current drawing layer. Grid status 10 to 100 points on the grid are 10 units apart. A rectangle grid is 1 to 100 units wide. Enable disable status. Go to the menu view status bar, and then it shows your menu bar descriptions, file option, snap, command line. Alright, we're going to possibly pause the tape and see where we can do our next cut. Alright, we're going to stop the tape at menu bar description.